My name is Raeghn Draper, and I'm one of the co-founders of the CHAD Project. My start with the organization began as just a restaurant worker. In 2020, I was deeply impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic and the few protections that were available to me and people like me in the Chicago restaurant and bar scene. The lack of health insurance, paid time off, sick leave, and other protections left myself and other workers vulnerable, on top of the weight of the Black Lives Matter protests. So because of that, I began organizing my workplace with my co-founder at the time, which expanded into the CHAD Project today, an organization founded by restaurant workers for restaurant workers. It is now an advocacy and mutual aid organization that focuses on empowering and organizing restaurant workers in Chicago. We aim to dismantle toxic structures like white supremacy from within the industry, emphasizing workers' rights and protections while we also dream of better futures for our industry. There is deep wage inequality, sexual harassment, and lack of labor protections in this industry that specifically harm Black, Brown, and LGBTQ workers, with the top earning positions often held by white individuals, often white men, while the lower paying positions are predominantly held by Black and Brown individuals. It is an industry that is incredibly diverse. Only 51% of its workers are women, specifically women of color. It is an industry that is built on the backbone of Black, Brown, undocumented workers. Laws like the tipped minimum wage, the lack of health insurance, childcare, legal protections, all stem from a legacy of slavery. Our work has two folds: harm reduction, empowering and educating workers so that they understand what their rights are and they can better advocate for themselves and their colleagues, as well as future building and creating a powerful narrative to change the toxic norms within our industry. We're eager to broaden our team, hiring directly from the community we serve, as well as expanding our internal capacity and the programming we offer to our community. We would like to have a broader impact locally on the city of Chicago, and one day influencing national labor policy. Having labor relations with folks in Mexico City, we are looking to expand that international solidarity with other labor movements, particularly in Chile, Argentina, and Peru. Our community is predominantly made up of women, queer, and non-binary folks, folks who are low income, and predominantly folks of color. To date, some of the things that CHAD has accomplished, we've received over 100 informal and formal reports from our community about labor abuses and violations within the city of Chicago. We've launched an accessible online platform called Shift Change to streamline this reporting. Some of our success stories is being featured in local outlets, Chicago Tribune, Chicago Eater, on Block Club Chicago. What we're most proud about at CHAD, what I'm most proud about also at CHAD, is the trust that we've developed with workers and the courage, confidence, and empowerment that we've seen directly in our community. We helped workers at a Boca restaurant who organized a walkout. We crowdfunded for them, raising over $2,000. We are currently organizing a group of women of color, predominantly Black women, on a West Side restaurant who are trying to hold their employer accountable for sexual harassment, wage theft, and gender discrimination. It's been incredible to see the confidence in these women grow and for them to understand that the way that they're being treated is not okay and that they have a community and ecosystem supporting them. Additionally, we're supporting another restaurant, a group of restaurant workers on the West Side that is also trying to hold their employers accountable for wage theft and mishandling their tips. Again, it's been great to see restaurant workers, both in front and back of house, come together, set aside their differences in order to improve the working conditions for everyone. These are just a few of the success stories that we have at the CHAD Project. A lot of my work personally is directly speaking with Chicago restaurant workers, and over the 4 years, it's been incredible to see the confidence, solidarity in the community, and the confidence of restaurant workers being able to have the language and the knowledge to understand when their rights are being violated and what to do about it and how to come together. And I am hopeful that through this work, we build a more interconnected Chicago community and a more equitable hospitality industry.